He basically was a trained medic and showed Syrians how to patch themselves up and saved countless lives by being a first responder, lives that were easily saved, but rebels or civilians on the ground weren't aware how to do very simple procedures like stopping bleeding, for instance.
How passionate was he about his job, did it strike you?
Very passionate. I mean, at a time when most, 24-year-olds, because that's how old he was when I met him, would, just want to go out and get drunk and hang out in Lebanon's nightclubs or bars. I mean, he spent a lot of time up in Tripoli, which is a city in northern Lebanon, trying to patch up Syrians and help out with hospitals there that were incredibly overwhelmed by the flow of Syrians that were coming into Lebanon with, some pretty terrible wounds and children that remained. So I mean, he was a really serious young man.
What do you think gave him that kind of attitude at such a young age?
His time with the U.S. Army Rangers had really affected him, and he had decided that he was going to embrace pacifism, which is what made him start up this NGO. So I think that had a really big impact on him because he had served in the Iraq War as well, and I think just what he'd seen there, he didn't really go into it, but I think that what he saw there made him realize that war was really not the answer to anything.
And despite, he really felt he'd found his calling as an aid worker, didn't he, despite the very many dangers he faced?
Yes, exactly. I think that he kind of realized that he had this ability to connect to people, and that he could, the basic medical care, just first aid response.
Obviously, it's impossible for us to know what happened after he was taken hostage, but does it strike you from what you did know of him that his conversion to Islam was very much under duress, or is it something that was in character as far as you knew?
Well, it seems that Peter was always kind of looking for something. I mean, it's hard to know what happened when he was captured. He was captured for a year. But in his letter to his parents, he says something along the lines of, I have this faith that I believe in, and, but I mean, that's between him and the Islamic State. So, but it seems that they're not making exceptions for anybody.
Do you think there is a danger that the Western media is playing into the militants' hands by the kind of coverage we're giving these tragic deaths?
It's always dangerous to try and play that up. I don't think anybody's playing it up. Nobody's really shown the beheadings. After James Foley was killed, the American journalist, many people kind of decided to back away from showing these videos. So.
Understood. Well, look, thank you very much for speaking to us on this very sad day for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.